So right here, I have probably the most adjustable driver ever to be released, the DS Adapt from Cobra Golf with their Future Fit 33 sleeve. I've got 3 of the 4 heads, the LS, the X, and the Max K. And what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna test them all, see which one is the best suited for my game, and then dial it in and see if we can use Future Fit 33 to really elevate the fit experience and get a driver so dialed that it earns a spot instantly in my golf bag. So let's dive into it. But first, just some of the parameters. I've got a Ventus Black 6X shaft here. Gonna hit them all in the range in the A1 setting, just the standard setting to see the ball flight, the feel, the misses, just what they're producing. And then from those 3, the one that seems to be, performing the best, giving me the shot shape, the feel that I want, I'm gonna take in here. We're gonna dial it in with premium balls and see what we can do with that Future Fit 33 sleeve, if we can make an instant gamer, something that will replace what I'm currently using. So let's head to the range. I did get the chance of hitting the LS head at demo day, and it felt really, really solid. So I'm not gonna start with the LS head, because I do feel like that's probably the better head for me, but we're gonna start with the core, with the X. Definitely a different look to what I'm used to. I've not really ever hit a Cobra driver but at demo day last year and this year. The shape is different, but that kind of matte carbon, it looks nice. A little of an adjustment period just to the shape of it, but it sits really nice. It looks just really solid. And if it feels as good as the LS head felt, I was impressed. So here's the X head. This is their more kind of, their fast one, their core one, their fast one. Yeah, that felt solid. I was expecting more of like a tinnier feel. If you've watched the channel for a while, I always like a real kind of meaty, punchy feel off the face. And these have that. That feels kind of solid, beefy, not tinny like an aluminum baseball bat. A little bit off the heel. 166 ball speed on both of those for subtle mishits. Spin is up, I understand. I understand these range balls are gonna spin more than a premium ball. That's for subtle mishits, that speed is good. A little off the toe. 169 ball speed though. Feels fast, that's for sure. Feels solid, punchy, fast. Just not really hitting it right off the center. Oh, that was good. Launching a little bit high. This is just solid. Like, I feel like I could dial this in. I like how this feels. Oops. I mean, maintain good ball speed on a complete whiff. 165. Okay, so that's the X head. Looks good, feels really solid and punchy. Launching a little bit high for me at the A1 setting. A little bit harder to hit it right off the center. So let's go to the Max K, the 10K forgiving. Let's see what that's all about. First and foremost, it's obviously bigger, less adjustability. We only have the 10-gram weight in the back that if you get a weight kit or I have extra weights, you could put less weight in the back to just kind of bring the spin down a little bit. Bigger, it's not so jarring. Wow. 166 ball speed, a little less spin, launching pretty good. A little high, but wow. And that felt pretty like effortless. I don't know if I've hit a 10K head before. That just felt like just easy. Kind of jump at it, catch it off the toe. Ball speed is way up. Obviously spin comes down quite a bit. Ball speed 168 for a range ball, pretty good. Total miss hit 167 ball speed. Gosh, that's forgiving and fast. Wow, so that was like a toe banger, but that, like, I guess the 10K just kept it straight. Ball speed comes down, but the spin is really good, carry's good, launch is good. I feel like that would have been a toe hook with a non, 10K MOI face. Wow, that forgiveness is crazy. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, 172 ball speed, just a little spinning more. I feel like this is potentially workable for my game. Just kind of like the Max or the X head, just hitting it a little bit all over. But the thing is, with all that adjustability, especially lie angle, I can really manipulate and fit this to help me hit the center of the face. Let's go into the LS head. So when we look at the LS head, obviously it's more adjustable with weights. When I hit it at demo day, I grabbed it from a buddy and he had the 10 gram weight in the back. We just switched it back to the 10.33. And man, it was launching, spinning so good. Obviously smaller, it's 440 cc's. It's a really nice looking kind of player's tour head. I remember using a 420 cc driver back in the day when there was that option with TaylorMade heads. Yeah, that looks really good to my eye. And yes, it felt really good at demo day. So let's see how it feels out here. A1 setting, neutral, neutral, neutral. What does it do? Yeah, it just feels punchier. Like it just feels hotter for me. I mean, 171 ball speed, 2,700 spin with a range ball, 12 degrees launch. Everything's a little on the heel side today, which is just, you know, some days that's how you hit it. That's how you're passing at it. Ooh, yeah, see, like that's a bad swing, a pull. But that ball speed is still like 172. Launch low, obviously. A really good miss hit. Like that's so playable. Oh, wow. A little bit of a misreading. Carried at 350 apparently with 221 ball speed. Oh, wow. 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 That felt awesome. Hung back on that one, just like we've done with each head so far. I hung back with X once, I hung back with Max K once, and they were definitely heelier, spinnier. I mean, that's what you would expect for one where you kind of get stuck. But that one was a little more to the center. Oh, wow. 175 ball speed, launching lower. I just feel like I can like step into this one and it's performing. Well, that was really fun. All of these heads felt really, really good. I half expected them all to have like a different feel. I thought, oh, 10K would feel a little thinner, a little tinnier. I thought X would feel different than the low spin head, but no, they all felt solid, punchy, fast. Even though I was hitting them all just a wee bit towards the heel side of center, they all felt really, really good. The flight was good across the board. Obviously, we saw a little bit harder in the X head and the Max K for me to find the center more frequently. The ball flight was a little bit higher. The launch was a little bit higher, a little bit more spin in these heads. This one gave me slightly better launch, slightly better spin. They all gave me great ball speed. I could honestly adjust and dial in any of these and probably game it, but with the LS, just gave me the look that I wanted, a bit more consistency even in A1, and just a feel that I preferred. So the LS head is the head that I'm going to dial in. So let's get in here and dial it in. So bringing the LS head into the studio, A1 setting, I wasn't as impressed as I was out on the range. We look at these numbers, launching a little bit high, spinning more than what I experienced out on the range, but that's just sometimes how we're swinging. You know, it's not the exact same day to day, but I knew I could dial it in because the ball flight, just kind of like a higher, spinnier fade because I was still hitting it on the heel side of center. But I know I can now play with lie angle while playing with loft. Typically, in most drivers' adjustability, you can play with loft to bring the spin down, to bring the launch down, but you're only just kind of then changing the face angle to be a little bit more open, which I like. I like a fade. So the fact that I could, in a traditional driver, bring the loft down, which in theory should bring down the launch and the spin and help me hit a little bit more of a fade, is good, but it's not necessarily gonna affect where I'm hitting it on the club face. The fact that I could bring the loft down while bringing the lie angle down, which would, in theory, move the strike a little bit more up into the toe, so away from the heel, seemed pretty exciting to me because A1 just wasn't it. So I looked at the sleeve and I saw H3. That was bringing it down 1.7 in loft and 0.7 in lie angle. So I hit H3 twice in my A1 savings here. Look at that. Just perfect little cut, launching better, spinning better. It was like, did I just find it? Did I just find it in my first one? I mean, I was a club fitter for a year, so I have an understanding of loft and launch and lie launch characteristics, but holy cow, H3, let's go. So I set up an H3 little tab here and hit some more drivers, and it was like, this is pretty solid. I pulled one, so I saw an appropriate amount of spin come down and launch come down. I mean, this flight is what I want out of a driver, and if I pull it, I just want it to be kind of like a pull draw. I don't want it to be like a pull hook. So I was like, okay, H3 is pretty good. And then I looked at the sleeve, I'm like, well, could I maybe dial it in a little bit more? So I went a little bit flatter, H4, which is -1.4 loft, -1.4 lie angle. No. Basically, I went too far the other way. And that's the cool thing about this adjustment sleeve is you could kind of climb the ladder either way. You go one way, you find something, well, go one step further and see, is that better or is that worse? And when I went to H4, 2 swings, no, that was worse. So it's like I went the right way in terms of lie angle and loft, and then, well, let's go a little bit more, and a little bit more was wrong, so we bring it back. And H3 opened up a new tab. This is H3 again, and we look at the launch, just solid, solid, solid. The spin, really, really good. The ball speed, really, really good. And on miss hits, it kind of did what I expected it to do, and it's just really hard for me to hit it left. That was the most encouraging thing, because I'm not playing as much as I used to, but I'm trying to ramp up my play and my game a little bit more. And I currently do fight a bit of a two-way miss because, you know, the arms move a little bit faster than the body in transition. And that's either a pull or you kind of save it, you realize it, and it's like that floater to the right. I want to be able to minimize the miss and just maybe have the miss only be to the right. And in this H3 setting, H3 again, we kind of see a very steady ball flight, but then I've hit some more with it in H3 and it was like, man, I can't hit this thing left. Swinging hard, I can't hit this thing left. It's just this like strong, really good cut, and it's more off the center. Being able to adjust loft and lie at the same time without it really affecting face angle, because it still kind of sits and looks the same. You know, I'm so impressed. Like, I know some creators, reviewers, writers out there think, oh, 33, it's really, really confusing and it's overwhelming. It's not. I don't have 33 options in that sleeve. You can't go up and down loft in the same time. You can't go up and down lie angle in the same time. So it's basically just quarter of that chart they have. But to be able to look at it and have such adjustability with lie angle and loft, you saw it right there. Found what works. Let's test a little bit deeper, a little bit more. Doesn't work. Let's bring it back. And I could maybe go back one way, so maybe a little more loft, same kind of flat lie angle, if you will. But these launch characteristics, the spin, the ball speed, where I'm hitting off the face, I don't need to change that. But if in time I start working on my game and my swing and it's changing a little bit and I'm noticing I'm not quite hitting it off the center, don't have to just change loft and face angle. I can change lie angle while maintaining roughly the same loft. And I think that is an innovative thing that Cobra has done that I believe other brands are going to try to copy down the road. But being able to manipulate lie angle with drivers is huge because it allows us to hit the center of the face while maintaining the right loft, which gives us good launch and spin. Impressive, impressive stuff. This is going in the bag. Like, I can't wait to play golf with this. I can't wait to step up, swing hard, and know it's not going left. Well done, Cobra. I've never gamed a Cobra driver in my life, but now I am a Cobra convert DS Adapt. Fun to test, but it's going to be even more fun to play. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video.